In 2025, Nvidia agreed to put up to $100 billion into OpenAI. The headlines called it an investment. It wasn't. It was a leash. Because almost every dollar Nvidia put in, OpenAI was going to spend buying Nvidia's chips. The money went out one door and came back in the other. Here's what nobody draws. When people argue about who's winning AI, they argue about models. ChatGPT versus Gemini versus Claude. That's the wrong map. The models don't hold the power. The layer underneath them does. And on that layer, the companies that matter aren't 4. It's closer to 3, and 2 of them you barely hear about. Start with the obvious one, Nvidia. Nvidia controls somewhere between 75 and 90% of the AI accelerator market. In its 2026 fiscal year, it pulled in around $130 billion, 88% from data center chips alone. That's not a lead, that's a toll booth. But even Nvidia has a boss. Every advanced AI chip goes through a back-end process called CoWoS, advanced packaging. Almost all of it happens inside one company, TSMC, in Taiwan. In 2026, Taiwan holds an estimated 45% of the world's advanced packaging capacity, and Nvidia reserved over half of TSMC's CoWoS output for 2026 and 2027, locking everyone else out. The real bottleneck isn't chips, it's the packaging line. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, they're all building their own AI chips to escape Nvidia. The story everyone tells is, the giants are going independent, except they're not. Because one company quietly designs most of those in-house chips, Broadcom. It's behind Google's TPU, Meta's MTIA, and front, confirmed in 2026, OpenAI and Anthropic's chips too. Roughly 70% of the entire custom AI chip market. They all walk through the same door, and the sign on it says Broadcom. So here's the turn. The company at the top isn't OpenAI. It isn't even Nvidia. The two with the most leverage are the two you hear about least. TSMC, which can throttle the whole industry from one line, and Broadcom, which designs the chips even Nvidia's rivals depend on. Nvidia sells the shovels, but TSMC controls whether the shovels can be built, and Broadcom hands every other miner a competing shovel. The model wars on the surface? A magic trick. The real power was 3 layers down. Even OpenAI's most human move, buying Jony Ive's startup I.O. for $6.5 billion, wasn't about a device. It was about owning the next doorway between you and AI. Same game, different floor. Why does this matter to you? Power this concentrated decides things you never get to vote on. A few companies set the price of intelligence, what AI costs, who can afford to build it, which startups can't even get the chips. When custom chips finally scale, and in 2026 they're growing faster than Nvidia's GPUs for the first time, it won't democratize AI. It'll hand power to whoever owns the design, which, right now, is Broadcom. The map doesn't get flatter, it just gets harder to see. We've drawn the floor of the map, but there's one layer we didn't touch. The one company that's done nothing loud in AI and is winning anyway. No model, no chip war, no keynote. It might end up controlling the part that matters most, the device in your hand. I'm building this map one layer a week.